So I guess we should play some legendary lands just as like a utility, you know.
Ugh.
Okay, so what do we want to name it?
Mm. Mm. Plunder that boot. No, because that's a pirate thing. No,
Yeah,
raiding the raiding the beauty.
She's more of Indiana Jones.
Yeah, so we're gonna be raiding the booty. Because it's more raiding. You're not like
Yes. That's
So
fantastic.
I'm definitely thinking. Definitely have this as like.
Are we gonna do treasures or legendaries?
I think.
I think treasures might be a little better because actually, are we good treasure colors?
We are kind of missing black.
Yeah, I feel like black is.
Teamer is still good, but there are a lot of good black. Oh, there's a lot of good black treasure makers.
Okay, thank God.
I actually was like the idea of playing just into like legendary artifacts, and some of them do actually just make treasures too.
So you're saying you want to make like artifact tribal?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, we
get,
know that like you said, it is very good artifact tribal. So, are we gonna do like? Is this gonna be like a KCI combo deck, or what are we doing here? The One Ring?
um.
There's no budget, remember.
Mm-hmm.
The One Ring sounds good. That you can
Well, I mean, if we're in legendary, Godo and Helm of the Host is also like we just run that as a combo because they are legendary too. So like,
also the commander works with multiple copies, right? Because it's just it would let you do it twice, right?
wait, with what? Oh yeah, because whenever she attacks.
And also, yeah,
and the bottom works too, yeah. And she doesn't even have to attack for the bottom one.
Yes.
You know, we could also, funny enough, play like a
Should we play the one that does day and night as like a mana rock?
Oh yeah.
What are good legendary? Is there any new ones?
Yes, there is. There's actually a Mind Stone that is a legendary.
Also, is it Troira that I'm thinking of? Hold on.
Oh, it's yes, So it's the Iron Crag, but it's IREN.
IREN. Hold on. So it's
the Iron Crag.
Wait. Say it one more time. It's IREN.
Yeah.
Oh, like that.
Right at the top. Yeah. So it becomes an equipment, but it's a legendary mana rock. Mox Amber and Mox Opal are both legendary mana rocks.
Mm-hmm.
The Celestis is the thing. Chromatic Orrery is also legendary.
Sure. Okay, so I'm thinking like Urza.
Yeah, definitely run Urza. You know, I'm not gonna lie, like it kind of also works in this a little bit too. Is the new Iron Man. Oh, did you hear about the stuff that happened with the artwork for Iron Man and the original artist?
No. This one?
So this artwork for Iron Man is a ripped copy. So there's an artist that left Wizards of the Coast somewhat recently,
mm-hmm.
And basically turns out that Wizards of the Coast hasn't increased their pay for artists in a long time.
Jesus.
So they used to do $1,000 for your artwork for a card.
Uh-huh.
Back when the company first started, you know how much they pay artists now for a card? He said it was $1,250. In 26 years, they gave $200 extra.
That's insane.
Which is less than, so they marked it up by inflation.
And you know how much they probably made off of this? It was probably millions.
Yeah. So the other issue was, so he left, right? And he had done this Iron Man artwork. That's kind of like the one we see here. So what they did, Wizards of the Coast paid their own artists to basically paint a copy of it and put their name on it. So right now he's actually trying to do a lawsuit against Wizards for basically using his artwork, because it's not 100% his art, because they had the artist repaint it basically, but it's still like his pose, his art. That's basically like a tracing.
Yeah,
And he's like, I didn't give you
I'm
permission to use my
wondering
artwork.
how that's gonna hold up in
Yeah.
court.
The other issue with also, you know how they're doing is this actually, you know how they said they're doing, there's going to be a lot more of these Universe Beyond cards.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of Magic the Gathering artists sell the art prints of the cards that they've done outside because they don't make enough from Wizards. So people like for example, like I'm like if like not Laura Croft, but say like Academy Ruins, right? The artists that paint Academy Ruins, they could sell prints of that artwork, and that's how they get secondary income from what they did. The Universe Beyond cards, because it's contracted with another person, they're allowed to sell one print and that's it. So the secondary market on the cards that they would normal artwork that they normally do, they're losing that on top of that because of how rigorous their contracts are, and because we're getting so much more of that. Half of the like sets coming forward are going to be Universe Beyond.
Do you know
That
how
means,
confusing it's getting with Magic Online as well? Because there's
yeah,
certain cards that aren't allowed to be played on Magic Online because of contract issues. So like they're fucking the online community as well. Like I think the Warhammer cards are not allowed to be played.
it's
And
wild.
Fallout. Yeah.
Anyway, back to it. You know, a weird combo that I don't want to say it's a full combo, but we could run a Mindslaver Academy Ruins loop. I think Mindslaver is legendary, yeah, and Academy Ruins is also a legendary
land, yeah.
That's usually I wouldn't run this combo, but because you can, and the thing is you can loop them. You can actually loop it like an extra time because you can activate Mindslaver, get enough mana, then attack with Lara Croft, get it back out and from play, and use it again if you have enough mana. So theoretically, you could activate twice in the same turn, and I think that's a little bit better.
Archmage.
Yeah. You know what's even better? Jorah Weatherlight Captain.
Yeah,
because we're all historic.
I think I got that one.
Oh, okay.
And then
Shadow Spear seems kind of cool. Following a little bit more on just like cool, like oh, what's the new one? Excalibur.
Yes.
Mithril Coat is a legendary equipment.
Are we gonna do? Is it gonna be like a KCI thing, or is this gonna be like an Artifact Matters?
I think maybe we just go more like Artifact Legendary Matters. I guess we could also do a KCI combo. It's not.
I want the monocolored Jin, the 5-mana one.
You got the new Urza there, right?
Where's the? It's because of the stupid dash.
Oh, just straight Jin. Okay.
Yeah, I like this one. Urza, the Lord High Artificer. Yes, he's right there. Let's change the. What? Okay, there. So we're not doing KCI or anything like that?
No, I think it's a different type of deck. Because I think
so instead of eggs, we should just do like value artifacts.
Yeah, and like just good. So like Black Blade Reforged is again like that Excalibur, Shadows. So we could do like a pseudo equipment, like almost Voltron. Because the thing is, she also wants to attack to get her ability. So I figured having like good equipment that we could put on her that makes it really easy for her to go through.
Do we want to play any token makers like Psy, Master Thopters? Or no?
We could use that. Oh, there's the.
Well, I guess those would be our this would be the kind of deck that we could play those like Anthem creatures because that could be our win con. Shark Typhoon is also a good way to win because it just says,
yeah.
And also Chromo Seed Shark.
Crystal Skull. The Izu Spyglass, which is Crystal Skull. It lets you play historic lands or cast historic spells from the top of your library, and it also adds blue.
You said, hold on. Crystal Skull. Oh, this one?
There it is.
Izu Spyglass.
So that also lets us like It's a mana rock that's legendary that also lets us play some more stuff.
I'm also thinking, is it Saheeli? The planeswalker. What's the planeswalker? It's.
Oh yeah, it's I think it's
We
I
should
think
we
you're
should
right,
look at
Steely.
all the Saheelis, but how do you spell it? It's Sahe like that. Okay, let's look at the Saheelis and see if we want any. Uh,
The
so
Sublime
definitely,
Harvester, yes.
definitely the Sublime Artificer. Uh, what is this one? Create a token copy of another target creature or artifact you control, except it's an artifact in addition to its other types. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. Interesting. Do we want any of the other this stuff? Or no?
No, but what I think that could be cool is Duretti, because he's discard to potentially draw that many discard potential artifacts that we could just reanimate with our commander, and then sacrifice an artifact. If you do, return target artifact card from your graveyard to the battlefield, so we could cycle and then get them back out because of how our commander works.
This is definitely a Mirrored and Besieged, right?
Oh yeah, I like that.
Is this where we finally play like an Ethereum skull? Oh, what about Steel? What's the guy that you tap and it puts a 1/1 on all artifacts?
Well, it's artifact creatures.
Is it Steel Foundry?
No, Steel Overseer.
Steel Overseer. Is this like
Well,
finally an Ethereum Sculptor deck?
we could run. Then we could also run Brosh the Iron Golem.
Oh yeah, Bosch. Oh no, not Ethereum Sculptor. Well, yeah, we're gonna play Ethereum Sculptor. But I meant the what's the guy that gets power and toughness equal to the number of
Artifacts,
and then he's
is
an
it
anthem.
is it Master of Ethereum?
That sounds right. Yes, we always end up cutting him. But I think this could be more of like an attacky kind of deck with different win cons that are legendary artifact related instead of the normal KCI kind of stuff. For the theme, you know. Wait. How is she worded exactly? So she says legendary artifact card. So it works with creatures.
Yeah.
It works with Bosch.
Yep.
Is there any other good legendary colorless creatures that we could play in here?
We could play Karn Legacy Reforged.
Oh,
We have a lot of artifacts, and he makes mana.
Great card. Dude, these fucking arts, man.
He's got big nose. He's got Yoda face. Brooding Clad is kind of cool too. That's like the thing that makes the mirror thing, except it's a different.
It also gives tokens haste.
Mm-hmm.
For like draw engines, is this like a Thopter? Is this like a Biden if that's a deck?
Or a Reki. Because they're all legendaries. Oh yeah, Binathasa is a legendary.
Oh right, there's
artifact.
green.
Yeah, we get
to
to run
right,
green,
we can
so
play
we can run
Reki.
Reki.
Right. Well, Biden, and then we could play. What's the vehicle? That's definitely better. Or the Omen Keel? Is that legendary?
I think the Omen Kill, but no, that's the only thing that you're thinking of the Indomitable.
Oh, the Indomitable.
You know, it's a cool artifact.
Wait, how do you spell it? The Indomitable?
I think it's I. I think it's I.
Oh, I saw it. Hold on. I saw it. Yes, and it's legendary, so that's good. And then Coastal Piracy. And Mission something, right? No, not Mission Briefing. It's
Coastal Spire.
It's Mission something. Reconnaissance Mission.
There it is.
What's the new broken one? Well, you were gonna say something?
Shamil, the Inner Sun, the one that's Discover 5 and spells can't be countered. Your spells can't be countered.
Derek, that's the same thing I was gonna say.
Bitch.
I was gonna ask you what that was.
We could also run the
No,
Reaver
what is
Cleaver.
it called? It's Chamil. How do you spell it?
It's Chimel.
Chimel.
Il.
Oh, I-L.
There it is.
Yes, this stupid fucking thing.
Yeah. Reaver Cleaver is also kind of cool equipment.
Yes.
We do have the one. What about Cauldra Completed? Living Weapon Indestructible.
Let's play more things that make artifacts cost less as well.
Oh, so there's Rora's Familiar we can run. That's the...
What's the red-blue one? That just says colorless stuff costs less. The Eldrazi.
It's the Eldrazi, but not all of our stuff is colorless though. So it works with some stuff.
I get what you're saying.
Enthusiastic Mechanist. Its artifact spells cost one less to cast.
Enthusiastic Mechanaut, you mean?
Oh, it's Mechanaut. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, this thing's sick. Cool. Should this be like a... What are some... Like Blightsteel Colossus?
Just for Big Boy? Now remember, we do have the hard cast stuff. Like, we don't really have any outside mana.
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking of, like, what's big good stuff. Cityscape Leveler?
Oh, what's this thing do? At the beginning of your end step, if you descend this turn, put a board counter on this. The 3 more board counters on it, remove those counters. That's kind of cool. Brass's Tunnel Grinder. It's a just legendary artifact. It's like a little value engine.
Really? You're not going to come up? Just from Tunnel Grinder?
Well, Tunnel Grinder has a hyphen in between the two of them.
Yeah, of course. Like that?
Or... Yeah.
There we go.
There it is. Also, another thing, Emery, Lurker of the Lock, because of how many artifacts we have, she's also another way to play them, and she get cost cheap.
Well, we're also green, so we could still play Balagan and Seize His Pass.
Definitely can run Delighted Halfling, because it's any legendary spell, it can't be countered.
Yeah. The Great Henge? Question mark?
We could do that. We have a lot of big creatures in there.
Well, also, like, it's a legendary artifact. Also, having just, like, this might just be better if we end up playing a lot of creatures. Is there any other fun big stuff that we're missing? Or token makers? How do we want to win? Like a hoof or like a... We have some infinites, like we have the Helm. Do we still want like a Guardian Project? Or a Beastisphere if we're gonna play a lot of creatures?
We could play, like I said, to get kind of both. We could play Reki, the Historian of Kamigawa.
I think I got him. Hold on.
Okay.
Is there any other fun legendary creatures?
There are some other cool ones we could potentially run.
Oh, what's the thing that is the enchantment that makes everything artifacts in your deck as well?
I think that's also an artifact. I think it's an artifact too.
No, I think it's an enchantment.
It makes like everything in your deck.
Oh well, but when it's played, it's gonna make it an artifact anyway. So, what's it called?
I'm trying to look it up because I forgot what it's called.
It's Mike. Is it? It's not Lattice. It's the cheaper one that came out.
Encroaching Mycosynth. No, it's EN, but might get.
Yeah.
There it is.
Okay. Oh, it is an artifact. Nice. Should we
Oh,
play the day and
Storm.
night one? What's the day and night mana rock?
Yes, we could definitely run that. The Celestis.
And then you're saying storm something? You said something before I cut you off with it.
What was I just had in my head? Storm the Vault. The transforming thing that becomes a land.
Oh yeah. The
Because
only legal
Yeah.
Tolarian Academy.
So let's see what other good creatures we could run. I mean, we could run Academy Manufacturer because we technically do make treasures just on attacking.
Mm-hmm. I love that it's just attack this turn. This wording is perfect.
Yep.
Should we play some unblockable stuff to make it so that we can attack and make it easier for her to use her effect? Like we probably I don't want to say Whisper Silk in the case that she gets stuck with stuff, but I don't know, it's up to you. We could do that. What do you think?
Or we can just use one of our normal creatures that do it.
Oh yeah, archetype.
Yeah, throw an archetype in there.
Yeah, archetype of imagination and Sun Quan. Oh, we're green. We could play Oran Frostfang.
Yeah. And Bow of Nylea, because Bow of Nylea has at least a Death Touch side, and it has some other effects, and it's still legendary.
You're right. That's a fun one. Oh, we could look into some of those. I don't think there's any other we could play a Hammer of Perforos.
But that doesn't really do much for us.
It's haste, right?
Yeah, and we're already playing the Biden of Thassa. I think it's haste, and you sacrifice a mountain to make it. Right,
but it's just a flavor version of haste in our deck that's recurable, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why we would play it. Because we still want haste, but it's better to play this because it's recurable, right? And it goes with the theme. And more things that'll work, with Reki. How do we want to kill everybody? Just making tokens? Is there a win con we want to use?
Yeah, I'm thinking
Are we a hoof deck?
Do you think we have enough creatures to go hoof?
A lot. We do have a decent amount of token makers. We could, but is there an artifact way that we want to do this? Or
I mean, we could also just run not monument, the thing that gives all our creatures flying and protection from black and white and Chroma's Memorial.
Yeah. That's legendary, right?
It might not be.
It is.
Oh, it is. Shit.
What about Portal?
Well, what?
Portal the new Phyrexia?
Oh yeah.
Is that legendary? Oh, it's not. What?
No. Oh, right, because you could play multiple of them in standard.
Ew.
Oh, here's a cool one. Dalikos, Crafter of Wonders. He's a legendary merfolk artificer. He makes 2 colorless, but can spend it for artifacts or activate abilities of artifacts.
Yes.
And creatures you control have flying and haste.
Cool. Dope. Alright, how's it looking? Okay. Before I forget, I will play all the artifact lands. So, Spire of Industry. Let's get those out of the way before it gets out of my brain. Can you look up the dual colored ones for me? Dark Steel.
Why do that? Can you put in the reality chip?
Oh, I like that. Wait, we could play those combos. Isn't there a combo with this, right? Sensei's
Oh, this
top?
just lets you. That just lets you play off the top.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah, oh,
if
yeah.
we put in Sensei's top, right?
Oh yeah, true. Because then we get like
If we have
like
any of the reducers, right?
any reducer draws our whole deck.
Yes. Should we just play like a walking ballista, or I don't know if that's really
Well, we
this
don't
deck.
really have an infinite mana generator.
No. I'm just trying to figure out what do we do with our deck after. Should we just play a Jace, or I don't know.
I don't know if we have like a big way to just like instant draw our whole deck. Like I said, we have like ways to make our commanders swing for a lot of damage potentially, and like our other kind of combo we have is like potentially looping Mindslaver on the remaining people left if we have enough mana for it.
What's the name of the artifact lands? The dual colored ones that are indestructible for these colors.
Let me look up the artifact lands.
We need Simic, Gruul, and is it? I don't remember the names, but I know
we
they
have
exist.
Slagwood Bridge.
Okay.
Silver Bluff Bridge.
I actually played this in Pauper.
Yeah. And Tangle Pool Bridge.
Yeah, I actually played Tangle Pool Bridge in Pauper. Did you know it's actually broken in Pauper? Do you know what they do with it?
Do they make it a creature?
No. They have this dumb interaction. There's this red card that got printed from Modern Horizons that what it does is you destroy one of their lands, right? And they tutor a card and they get to get another land for 2 mana. It's a red and a colorless. You destroy any land, right? And then they get to draw and get basic tapped. So they printed it into Modern to deal with some of the annoying lands like Urza's Saga and some of the bullshit lands that are getting played. They didn't think about how good it was going to be in Pauper with these because they're indestructible. So you target an indestructible land, you get to draw a card, you get the land tutor, and then this land stays around.
Oh yeah, because it's still just because it can't be destroyed doesn't mean it stops the resolution of the card.
It depends on the wording, I believe. But the way that one is worded, you target your own land, you get a draw and a ramp for 2 mana. It's insane.
You know, it's funny. We have a pseudo board wipe that we could run. It came out in Assassin's Creed. It was desynchronization. It returns all non-historic cards to their owner's hands.
Oh right, we did get some more.
It doesn't hit everything, but at least it's still a one-sided board wipe in most instances. I mean, we also still get to run like Cyclonic Rift. Mana Drain seems pretty good.
Fierce Guardianship, because no budget. Counters. Actually, 3-color deck? No, we could still play Counterspell. We're good at land building. There's no budget. Sublime Epiphany. I love that card. And disallow. Okay. I did also add, just so you know, a Meteor Golem. And, I think I added Cityscape Leveler as well. Because that card's kind of insane. Okay. Any other interaction? Like, should we run the monkey that pops things and gets lands? Or no?
No.
Do you just want like a Vandal Blast, or
I
we
like.
just
You
care
know,
about the
I
counter
like.
spells?
Yeah, I like counter spells. I like the Vandal Blast. Um,
I don't think we're so much of a colorless deck that all this dust would work.
no,
Uh,
no. A lot of our like payoff stuff is all colored. I still like get a Kodama's Reach and Cultivate in there from the ramp sides.
Also, being a 3-color deck, we should probably run the 2-mana ramps. Like the 3 visits and
In Nature's Lore.
yeah, get really good. Actually, wait, what are we doing? We're an artifact deck. I don't think we run these at all. I think we just run Arcane Signet for a change. Cultivate's fine though. Cultivate and Kodama's Reach are different.
Yeah, because adding extra land.
Yes. But this is actually probably the time where we run the Signets over because our entire deck is built around doing it. So Arcane Signet, I actually have been a fan of Ornithopter of Paradise. Because it's both a creature and an artifact. And if we're going to play like creature-related things and artifact things, it works for both. Then there's the Signet. We can run the Talismans.
We could also run a bunch of like legendary lands, and you know what's really cool? The cycling lands actually seem really good because you could cycle them for the channel lands, and then you could bring them back because
Boseiju.
Yeah, so like Otawara Boseiju and Sokazan. Because if we get channel them, they cost less with our legendary. So basically, like, it cost us 1 mana. Then we attack with our commander, and then
what
we
was the last one? Saku's. What is it?
Sokazan. Sokazan. It's like SOK.
This one?
So,
Yes, this one.
Yeah, Crucible of Defiance. Yep.
Definitely Yavimaya.
Which is legendary.
Mm-hmm.
Gaia Reach Sanitarium could actually be kind of cool because having the discard effect is kind of nifty. Well, never mind. I was like, is Urza Saga legendary? I'm like, oh no, it's not.
I mean, it might still be good. Oh, Soul Ring. Can't forget that.
Yeah.
Thought Vessel and Decanter. Thought Vessel. Oh, also we could play Seagate Restoration.
Mm-hmm.
No reason not to. And Decanter.
You know, it's a legendary land we haven't talked about in a long time. Yavimaya Hollow. Just regenerate target creature.
Isn't that a lot? Isn't it like $100?
It's like $80, $70, depending where you get it from. It's not too bad.
Okay. I wish we could say Field of the Dead because that it would probably be a lot more balanced.
I mean, we're 3 colors. We probably could because we're gonna run a lot of different.
No. I mean it being legendary.
Oh, right.
It should be legendary.
No, because then we can make copies of it.
Yeah, exactly. That was the problem.
Yeah, because I think when designing that card, they read it like imagining like you only ever had 1 in play. It's like, yeah, what if I have 3 in play?
Yeah, we definitely never printed a land that enters as a copy of something just by entering. Yeah. Thespian Sage is definitely the only land that has ever been printed.
Well, I'm even talking about in Standard where like it became the issue.
Yes, but there was also a lot of ramps, so that was also during the Simic issue for 3 years.
You mean when the Omnath existed in the format too?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure Omnath existed in that format.
4-color Omnath, yes.
Yeah, you know, the broken one.
Mm-hmm. Well, they all got banned, so Omnath got banned.
Yeah.
Wilderness Reclamation got banned.
Because it's almost like you can play multiple Wilderness Reclamations and get multiple untaps at the end of the turn.
Especially when Nexus of Fate got printed.
Yeah.
And then also the Hydra with that as well. Yeah, no, that was a bad time to play Standard because of power creep. What other mana rocks? Should we play the Signets or the Talismans?
We We can play File of Galadriel, which is another legendary artifact.
Should we just look for the... We should probably just look for the... Like, if we can fill legendaries, even if they're bad.
Because it's a mana rock for 3, but it's if you would gain life, you have 5.
What's that card that... when it enters, you draw 2 cards, and it can, like...
Meek Stone.
Is that...
Its one downside is it only can make mana for artifacts, though.
Should we check how many artifacts we have in the deck?
Sorry, this mana can't be spent to cast non-artifact spells, so yeah. But you can use it for activations for stuff.
So should we... I think we should play it, though, right? It seems like one of our best things.
We do have a lot of, like, artifacts. And it also could just pay for an equipped cost.
Also, it just draws.
When it ETBs. It could also use... Because we probably have a lot of land abilities, and we could spend it there, too.
Yes.
Chromatic Lantern, I know it's not legendary, but...
Okay.
I'll look up legendary mana rocks. You know, I found this really cool mana rock. It's only good for the very beginning of the game, potentially. Maybe it's called Jeweled Lotus. Honor Worn Shaku. There it is. That's what I was thinking of. Tap it on top of legendary permanent. So it kind of becomes like a secondary.
There's another one. There's another one that you're forgetting.
The other one's only legendary creatures.
But it's a legendary mana rock, right?
I don't know if it's legendary. What was it called? Is it like Relic? I think it's Relic of Legends.
That sounds right. Oh, we're gonna have a trouble, Derek. Yeah, it's not. It's fine. Okay, let's get some lands.
All right, so here we got some fun stuff that we could run.
Let me get Command Tower first.
Yeah, because again, feeding into our theme, we have Rivendell. Because they made all the legendary lands from Lord of the Rings. This was cool. It says scry 2, but if you control a legendary creature, which I think is pretty easy. Mines of Moria. Exile 3 cards from your graveyard to create 2 treasure tokens. If we use it, the Shire. It makes a food token. Will we use that effect? I don't know, but it is a legendary land, so we can play from our graveyard. Minamos School at Water's Edge. Man, oh my god, that card's so expensive now. Okina Temple of the Grandfathers. Shinka the Blood-Soaked Keep. Utadake the Cloud Keeper. That's the one that makes 2 mana for legendaries.
Spell it.
It's UNT AI up there at the top. Want to see a weird one?
Sure.
Okay, it's called Hammerheim.
Hammerheim? What is it?
As one word, yeah. HEIM.
Okay. What the fuck
legendary land that makes red, or remove all land walkabilities from target creature.
Why would we make this? I'm putting it in the maybe board.
Basically just runs to the spot of a mountain. But hey, sometimes land walk gets really annoying.
When's the last time they printed land walk on something? It's been a while.
More than you think. Like, there's some equipments that do it, which are really annoying, like Trailblazer boots. All the Bandit Lord.
Yeah, but how long ago were those printed?
Yeah, people still use them.
Yes, but they haven't printed land walk in a very long time.
How about I pee on you, okay?
They've printed, like, can't be blocked by planeswalkers. Yeah.
But Hall of the Bandit Lord. Does enter tapped. I mean, it's also, I guess we have to be careful because it is color. It only makes colorless.
Mm-hmm. Let's look at this abysmal land base right now.
We're just picking some legendaries.
This is fucking abysmal.
All right, now, so we get we get the Triome.
Uh-huh.
What was the other one I was thinking of?
I got Spire of Industry. I got Command Tower. I got Reliquary Tower, I'm pretty sure.
Did you get Inventors Fair?
Genius.
And bitch.
I'm gonna get the basics while you.
We get I was saying you got the Triome in there.
Yes. Let me get the forest mountain.
So Steam Vent Stomping Ground Breeding Pool.
Yes. Mountain. Fence. Stomping ground. Breeding pool. Okay. And then the battle bond.
Steam Vent Stomping about then Rejuvenating Springs. A training center. And Spire Garden.
Oops.
Plaza of Heroes.
Spire Garden. Uh-huh.
What else do you want after that?
Innistrad?
Okay,
or Painlands, I don't care either one.
I think I like the
Innistrad?
Innistrad ones, yeah.
I agree.
Dreamroot Cascade. I can't believe how cheap these are. Stormcarved Coast.
Because of the reprint.
Oh, I guess yeah. Some have been in decks. And Rockfall Vale.
Okay, let's look at how many lands we have. Oh, we're at 36. So we actually have to cut 2 lands. And that's only with 1 of each basic. So I'm thinking this might not be a Cultivate deck. I'm going to be honest with you.
No, yeah, I think I agree. I think we're going to go focus more on the Mana Rock side. We have like Mana Rocks and Reduction. And technically, if we ever get the 1 land to flip, we have an Academy.
So we technically... This is 38 lands. Because we're playing 2 MDFCs.
And we do have some big drops, too.
Okay. Alright. Gotta cut 17. Okay, anything you don't like?
The whole deck.
That's rude. We just built this thing.
No, okay, Chimmel the Inner Sun we probably don't really need. It's cool, but eh.
Okay.
It's like a cool value engine for decks that don't have a way to draw.
Oh, we should check the colors as well. I'm just curious. Yeah, no figure. Yeah, not shocked at all. Also, in the maybe board, I just want to throw some stuff in case like Beast Whisperer just to like throw some of the other draws. maybe board, and Guardian Project. Okay. All right, let's continue. Sorry. All right. So, do you like all this?
Yeah, maybe Bove Nylea is like the one I'm just okay with. But then again, it can constantly grow our commander, and it gives a death touch. And doesn't she have trample?
No, it's first
No,
strike
wait,
reach.
no, first strike death touch. Never mind. I think I like that a lot
Okay.
because we want to attack with her as much as we can.
We do still have Aura and Frostfang as well.
But
but this is more themes, and she can
yeah.
keep recasting it. So
Also, don't forget her ability is anybody's graveyard, so it doesn't have to be just ours. I just kind of because we don't have any way to we don't have a ton of discard synergies.
yes. Do you like all this?
Yeah, I think actually Excalibur can actually be a way to win too.
Yeah, totally.
Making something, especially when we
Oh,
have.
I don't think we added anything to give her unblockable.
No, we did. We did the creature version.
Oh yeah, Archetype and Sun Quan, right? Yep. And Chromas is all kind of.
I might be okay with cutting a chromas.
You think? Even though it's
Maybe.
legendary?
Yeah.
I think I like it. If we're trying to win with creature damage, I think this is like just what this deck needs is vigilance. We're also not running any boom. Like we don't have a crater hoof or like I'm
I just don't think
struggling.
we go wide enough, quickly enough where that matters.
I'm just trying to think like
Oh,
what
we
would we
could
play
probably
then?
cut maybe the Caladra, the three artifacts that are fused together go down all the way on the right side. Cauldra up.
Oh, Kaldra? This one?
Yeah, we probably don't need to run that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, forgot we do have Helm of the Host combo with Godo.
Yeah, like we have win cons. Like we could just be like a value deck until like one of those infinites goes off, but there's our trample. Anything else you don't like?
The Might Stone, Weak Stone, I'm still kind of 50-50 on because it can't. It's a 5 mana that potentially doesn't actually do anything once it's entered.
Well, a draw
So
two.
it's either draw 2 or removal, and again it's easier to draw 2 cards mana wise. Oh, we have ways to reset the One Ring in this deck too, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maybe we don't need a Academy Manufacturer. I don't really care about the food and clue tokens that he makes.
Anything else?
Legacy Reforged, I'm also kind of iffy on. It's good, but we do have a lot of expensive artifacts. But I think it has to. Yeah. I don't know.
What do you think?
I'm just okay with them, honestly. I do not like that artwork version of Psy Master Thopterist. It's so weird looking. I don't know. Look. I prefer scientific Snoop Dogg. Look at him.
Yes.
He's building this little Thopterist to go get him a blunt.
Uh-huh.
The rest of the stuff I think is good. Maybe cut the desync. Sometimes that's just not going to hit, especially your opponent has a problem commander. It's like a 4-mana get rid of not problems. I'd rather just make sure we actually deal with it, you know?
We could also cut 2 lands. Are they just basics? Do we even need them?
No, we have nothing that really synergizes with basics. We don't have a
And
ramp or anything.
I think that the green and the red are the two that... Oops! I did not mean to cut the triumph. Mountain is what I'm saying. Okay, so that's 2. Oops. Stop. I think we can just cut this as well.
Yeah. Okay. Not really what our deck cares. Though putting stuff in the graveyard is good for us, but I think we're not like. I don't want to depend on our
Do you still like
opponent's stuff.
these? I think I like them.
Yeah. Definitely like Ready. I think.
Dreddy is a cool way to loop the One Ring.
Yeah, because we could sack it to get something else, or if we have a really low costed like mana rock that's legendary, we could sack it
Yeah,
to get something big.
aka Mox Amber or Mox Opal.
Yeah, and then when we attack, we put the counter thing on them, and we get to play them for free.
I think we should actually count the ramp because we might have a lot in this deck. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, the crystal
5.
is one too.
The crystal? Which one?
So be 6, yeah. The blue one.
Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, we can cut some ramp. 15.
Light 15.
And then these are like
3
half.
reducers. Yeah.
And then I know I put the Ornithopter as well. So 15. 16. I'm counting it as at least 1.
Yeah.
Even though it does a lot more than that.
Storm the vaults, and we have like 3 things. We have like so not only do we have a bunch of MDFCs, we actually have a bunch of flip artifacts that become lands.
Mm-hmm.
So that's even extra ramp on top of it. So yeah, I think we definitely could cut down on ramp.
What do we want to cut though?
I actually think maybe Ornithopter Paradise. I know it's a creature, but it's not legendary. And we can't use it the turn it comes into play, which is sad sometimes. Because I forgot we had all the reducers too, and some of them are for
Do we
historic.
feel the same way about the lighted, or?
I just like it because it can't be countered is the one aspect I like. So if it's ever, but it's basically a creature version of Cavern of Souls. But it's
But
not
then
legendary.
again, like
too.
some of the stuff, like our commander can recur, right? Oh my God, we can also,
True.
Derek, we can throw One Ring at people.
Yep.
That's fun.
Or we could throw a cityscape leveler
That's fun.
and then cast the civil.
Oh my God,
leveler.
Cityscape Leveler? Ew.
So we throw cityscape.
It's
and
not
then
legendary.
reanimate
Just saying that.
cityscape.
Yeah.
Oh right, it's not bitch.
I mean, we have Emery still.
True, we have an Emery, yeah, because it still lets us play other.
And we have Baligan Seasons Pass. Like, it's not, like, completely dead.
So we sacrifice Bosch and throw Bosch at it, and then reanimate Bosch.
I think I
do it
just
again.
care. I don't care about the uncounterability when our commander can recur like a majority of our deck.
True. Actually, anything that it can make uncounterable, we could recast with our commander.
Yeah.
I'll go all the way to the bottom because I think we didn't get to enchantments and sorceries yet. We were like after lands.
we can start over here. So you want to cut anything
But,
here?
no, this stuff Coastal Piracy is the one I'm maybe the most okay with cutting, just because we have I think a bunch of those effects and other draw because we have draw effects just on casting and also the Ristic Study and.
Yep.
It's sad that Coastal Piracy, the card that used to be like $15, is now like the worst of all of them because we've got new ones and common versions.
Yep.
Well, uncommon. I think we keep our interaction. Land stay.
I'm thinking, is there something different we can play that also draws? Like maybe we play like something over the counterspell,
Arcane Denial.
or like an Archmage's Charm. We are a 3-color deck, so that would be difficult. Is there?
An Archmage's Charm doesn't get the draw if we use it as a counter spell.
Isn't there that new busted card that like makes a copy of your counters?
It's kind of like a new Sublime Epiphany. It actually probably worked really good. 3 Steps Ahead.
Yes,
I think it's called.
that sounds right.
I love that. It's actually a really good card because it also makes a copy.
Oh shit! You want to know what we have to play in here? Archmage's Charm.
$12. Let's go.
Think of all the lands we can get off this. Wait, did we add Academy runes? I don't know if we did.
That's one of the first things we did with.
Did we?
Because we did that.
Yeah,
and
Mind
we did
Slaver. Right. We have to play Archdruids. Think of all the lands it has options for. It's gonna be shenanigans.
I actually think maybe I don't care about Steel Overseer, but once a turn putting a counter on stuff, not everything is that we make is an artifact token or a creature.
I don't know how well we're even going to be able to kill with artifacts, I'm going to be honest with you. But they might make good blockers until we get like some loop going or something.
I think our play style is going to be like a mix of Voltron.
Yeah.
And having like certain just until we find combo, just there was like a value engine of just good stuff. But 3 Steps Ahead is so cool. So funny. It's what's funny, Tom. You look at 3 Steps Ahead, right? Mm-hmm. Wait, scroll up to 3 Steps Ahead. Mm-hmm. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It costs 8 mana to do all the effects. Yet Sublime Epiphany doesn't cost as much, and I would argue Sublime Epiphany does a little bit more. It just draws 1 less card. But then 3 steps ahead, you do have to discard a card.
But here's the difference: this can only copy a creature. This can copy an artifact or a creature.
True.
So this can copy a One Ring.
I guess also 3 steps ahead, you can use it earlier. But I think its value comes the fact that people usually do counterspell draw 2 or counterspell token or use a full value.
Right. Okay. Just like look at all these lands. Archchurch Storm can tutor. I don't think anything's getting cut down here.
What if we don't really care about a season's past because of how because remember they put every time she attacks, it puts a counter on them, and the counter stays on them, so they're always able to be brought back if we need to.
What are you talking about? Yeah, but not our entire deck can be brought back, right?
No, sure, not everything, but the things that we really care about.
I think keeping the 1 Seasons Past and 1 Balagad is going to carry the torch for anything else that we need. Because she can't get everything back. Like, she can't get these back. She can't get the enchantments back or the instants or sorceries. Like, if we need to, like, re-rift or something. Plus, I just really like Balagad Seasons Pass.
True.
But... how many cards we need to cut? 5. Let's look over here again.
There's still a lot of artifacts. You probably trim down. We could probably take out like another ramp source because we only cut like 2.
Yeah, what's our worst one? Do we need?
Also, a Reaver Cleaver could also make mana too.
I don't think I even counted that. Oh yeah, because it makes treasures.
I think it's File of Galadriel. Might be the worst one.
Should we just cut the chromatic? Or do we care? Which one of these do we care more about? I want to
Um.
keep the legendaries.
Okay, so I would say chromatic because I think we could fix. Like, I don't think our mana. I'd rather keep Decanter. No, I want to keep Decanter.
Oh, you'd rather cut chromatic, sorry.
Yeah, I'd rather cut chromatic.
Or do we care about either one?
True, we don't have to. Like, we have Thought Vessel, and hopefully
And
that's enough.
Seagate
But
Restoration.
here's the thing, Tom. Even if we don't have a max hand size and we
We just
discard,
start, yeah, it just.
that's just our graveyard becomes a secondary hand, so we kind of don't even super care.
We do have a Seagate Restoration as well.
Yeah. It's just a weird way to think about the deck because it does things that we don't normally have to think about.
This can be replayed. This can be replayed. Also, everything can be replayed if we get the artifact, right?
Actually, go back to Bruinclad.
Is that how this works? Right?
Yeah. Whenever the beginning of combat, your turn. So Bruinclad only makes his tokens they make are only a copy of tokens we already have. I don't think really our tokens aren't any better than the tokens that it really makes. We make like 1/1 flyers, 2/1s, and Chrome Host Seed Shark is like the best tokens I think we make. So I don't think I super care.
Oh, we also have Emery for recursion.
Yeah, true, and those are the non-legendary artifacts too.
Do we care about this thing?
Maybe not. No, I threw them in there because like we do have some like a lot of artifacts, but I think our
it also can't be cast from grave, but you know.
No, it can't. It was legendary.
It has to be legendary artifact or land.
Or land, right, not creature.
It's not creature, I believe.
Right. No, you're right. It's just land and artifact. Because she's going to exotic lands and finding treasures.
So the thing that I was saying is if they're also a legendary artifact creature, then it works.
Mm-hmm.
Like Bosch was.
Yeah. But you know what's also funny is that our commander is also a ramp source.
Like every time the reality chip can be. Yes, it makes treasures. Yes.
Mirror and Besiege could also just be a way to win the game too.
Yes, that is true. If we choose the other mode, we only got to cut one card.
Because I think the draw and discard is actually be more important than the 1/1s at times. Depending on what we have in our hand and what's in play, I guess it's situational. Oh, sorry, Shark Typhoon is the best token maker we have.
I mean, it's pretty good. Well, Chromo Seed Shark is like about the same, and he makes artifacts, so it's like slightly better. But the problem is his have to flip,
and they don't fly.
Yes, they don't fly, but they're more okay. So in this particular deck, he's not better because there's ways to abuse the 1/1 counters on him, but.
Well, where it benefits is like it avoids creature board wipe, and so you could flip it whenever you need to.
And it counts as an artifact as well, so. This can't be played from the graveyard, just so you know.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's just this. This can be hard to flip.
In a deck with 30 artifacts?
Yeah, but
true.
Yeah, and then it's just like that. It's like you become public enemy #1 when that resolves, because there's a reason that card's banned. All right, let's try this.
One land, but 2 mana rocks and a reducer. Man, if we draw one land, it would actually be a pretty keepable.
We had Soul Ring in, right? Stupid question.
Yeah. Because I remember you were like, "Oh, we can't forget Soul Ring."
Okay.
You even have a shiny one.
Yes. Okay. This is lands, but nothing to
lands
do.
and 1 mana rock. You know, with the chromatic orrery, I actually don't hate this.
Well, we got.
Though we do need to draw one more